So that was super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree totally. We've noticed that. Who else has got to win? Anybody?
I think
Jason, Misty?
we do for sure.
Rock and roll. Let's hear it.
Our team and us, we've added, what did we say? 6 new team members to our line in 2 days.
That's it?
That's it, whatever. Because our 6 count for you, that's not even fair.
That's awesome, guys. Super proud of you, man.
So excited for everybody. Just
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fun, guys. This is where it's at, man, is getting our team together, because there's going to be times where some of us are up and some of us are down. And the wonderful thing here is it's all positive. We're all going to help you strategize. We're going to help you. Sometimes it might just be talking about life, whatever. So I want you to know that you always have someone here to help you and stuff, and we're here. So even if it's not a Tuesday night call, get a hold of us through Team Prosperity, on my cell phone, get a hold of leaders. And if you have problems, always complain upline, right? Because we've probably been there and we want to help you through that. Okay, guys? So anybody else before we get rocking and rolling? All right, if you guys would, please mute your lines, okay, for now. And then I'm going to share this screen and rock and roll. Let's see here. I think. There we go. Sorry, guys. All right. Presenter view. Slideshow. Perfect. All right, guys. So basically, I wanted to welcome each of you and thank you so much. I'm a national marketing director with our Team Prosperity here with JuicePlus, and I also am a consultant with Bob Proctor. He's one of my mentors. So I wanted to share this with you guys, but I jumped into this business about 1.5 years ago. Someone cared enough about me to share this opportunity with me, and I had no idea what I was getting into, guys. But it made sense to me. It was vegetables and fruits that had been vine ripened. It had been placed into capsules, and it was 30 different vegetables and fruits. And I knew that I wasn't getting the 10 to 15 servings of recommended fruits and vegetables a day, but most importantly, nor was my daughter. And the thing I fell in love with our company is the heart of it, but also we provide a free children's health study, which is 10 veggies and 10 fruits. It comes in chewables, which tastes like gummy bears or capsules for that child for up to 4 years. And so I just fell in love with it. And they remove the water and the fiber, the sugar in these products. And also too, guys, they use the pits, the stems, the seeds, and the pills. And these are raw, so they're not cooked. And so all the great nutrition that you need is in those. So that just completely honestly made sense to me. I used to juice myself and make my own juice. Now, the other thing I want to ask you, and the way I qualify this to make sure it's a fit for most people, because maybe it's not, but you should consume 10 to 15 handfuls or fistfuls of raw vegetables and fruits every single day, and a variety of those. And if you're not doing that, or your family's not doing that, that's why we recommend the trio, the fruits, the veggies, and the berries, to bridge that gap. Now, the second thing that we do is omegas. In omegas, there are so many wonderful health studies. I mean, they have a study at Oxford University in 2005 comparing omega dosing, omega-3 dosing of children from ages 3 to 5, and they were up to 6 months. They mega dosed this. That enhanced the children's ability in their school reading and comprehension by 13 months when they compared it to the Ritalin group. And the Ritalin group actually had side effects and symptoms, and Ritalin is a class 1 amphetamine just below cocaine. And so when you really look at this, and all of our products are plant-based, they're all plants. So even our omegas, they're not fish oils. So they're actually plant-based, and they're a blend. And you can see, I mean, they help fight autoimmune diseases. They help to reduce pain and joint pain, brain fog, hormones. I mean, how many moms do you guys know out there being pregnant? And because JuicePlus is a food, it doesn't have a locking lid. So if you have like prenatals or vitamins, notice how there's a locking lid on there. That's because vitamins, you can overdose on those. 60% of Americans overdose every year. And that is really what spurred me into this. It's, my why. And we're going to talk to you about that tonight. But 4 years ago, I had placed my wife on what I thought to be a wonderful prenatal vitamin, because that's what everybody does, right? And I was rowing a boat of ignorance and lack of awareness. And basically, my wife miscarried at 3 months both times. And that's when the hormones change over. And prenatal vitamins and vitamins can lead to inflammation, and they're petroleum based. It means made of oil or petroleum. And so she miscarried both times. And I just made a covenant to God that when I figured this thing out, how to help people, I was going to share it with the world. So that's kind of my story of why, and why you see me doing so many things on Facebook and stuff. But these are just some of the wonderful effects of omegas. Now, to clarify and to quantify, to make sure that the person that's in front of you would need these, a simple question I ask is, are you eating 2 to 3 fistfuls of wild caught salmon a week? And if they are, they're probably getting the sufficient amount of omegas. Honestly, the only way to know is to do a blood test. Okay, and to check those things. But that's a pretty good protocol, to be honest with you. Now, another product I absolutely love is our shakes. And the reason I do this, these are plant-based. They're meal replacements. These are not protein. They're very low insulinergic, which means that they don't spike your insulin levels, which is really important to diabetics and even people that are not diabetic. You have 13 grams of protein per serving. It contains all of the amino acid spectrum, so that you can make all the 32,000 proteins your body would require. And also, too, it's got 8 grams of fiber, which is huge today. You see, you've heard probably of probiotics. That means when you're introducing new bacteria to your intestinal tract. Prebiotics, which is what fruits and vegetables and berries and plants are, that actually feeds the bacteria that are in your intestines. And so due to today's diet and the way Americans eat, they eat more processed food. And so I just read an article the other day, and 60% of our diet in America is from processed box foods. And I always kid people, I'm like, if God wanted us to eat more food out of a box, it'd be hanging in a tree. If God wanted us to eat a multivitamin, that multivitamin would be hanging in a tree. Does that make sense so far, guys? So this company found a way to take this, and they use soy. And soy can be so amazingly beneficial. And I used to be anti-soy because I was ignorant. Now, it's all the type of soy that you use. All of our products are non-GMO. That means that they're not genetically modified. Also, on top of that, it's how you extrapolate the soy. And you'll see things on your packaging, like if you look at other type of company stuff, and it'll say things like isolated. And that simply means that that has been completely denatured. Okay, and like it's basically runoff of what you want. It's not whole. We use whole soy. We use water. It's called water washing to clean and remove it, whereas most companies use hexane oil. And a hexane oil, guys, hexane oil actually, what it does is it's a known carcinogen, which means it causes cancer. So basically, on top of that, these are some reasons. And there's a LACE trial, guys. By the way, our soy has actually been studied, guys, in MD Anderson, Texas, Cancer Institute on cancer survivors. That's how safe it is. So I just want to make sure that you guys all understand that point. That's really, really, really important there. Now, another thing too, guys, that I want to share with you guys, I'm trying to see here something real quick. Apologize, but this is our kid study. And this is by far my favorite thing that we do is the children's health study. And in this study, over 21 years now, we have 3 million families in it with 300,000 respondents. And you can look right here where I'm taking this cursor, and this basically simply shows you guys, excuse me, let me go back, I apologize, 60% reductions in days of missed school. How many parents would love to know that? You know, 66% fewer doctor visits. 71% of these kids drink more water, eat more fruits and vegetables. And I can attest to this. And the longer you do this, the more I hear parents. I have autistic kids that have been taking this for free, and they would only eat like 4 different things. And it wasn't food. It was like chicken fingers that have been processed or whatever. And I used to eat that stuff. I'm not judging here, but these kids went from doing that to asking for salads. I mean, the moms are like, I almost fell out of my chair. I mean, it was just crazy to hear those kind of things. So this is a big part of why I got involved with this company, because I knew I wasn't eating what I should, and then my kid could get it for free. Now, as I love to, guys, I always ask people when they ask me to compare products, I'm like, well, is the product that you use actually proven to get into your bloodstream? You see, JuicePlus now has 40 peer-reviewed journal studies. I need to update this. We just had 2 released. And so they've been studied, as you can see here, MD Anderson, Vanderbilt, Yale, Florida, Florida State, BYU. They've been studied in 8 countries in 4 continents total, 3 continents total, guys. And so it is an amazing immensity of bodied research. We have studies showing 26 of our studies showing positive influence on your cardiovascular system. It's been proven to reduce cholesterol anywhere from 3.5% to 7% and even change your genetic code. Yes, you heard me correctly. Up to 15% almost of that code at 1,700 different genes were changed. So if you don't believe me, I always make this joke, ask Siri on your iPhone what the most nutritionally researched product on the planet is, and it will say JuicePlus. So pretty amazing. The other thing too, I want to make sure it gets into our bloodstream. That's called bioavailability. The other thing too, guys, is there science behind it. And that's the other point I wanted to make. Now, our products are vegan. They're also gluten and dairy free. They're NSF certified, most importantly, which less than 1% of food is NSF certified. Well, what does that mean? And it was so funny when I started this journey, I didn't even know what that meant. I just knew that my patients weren't getting what they needed. And a patient of mine works at NSF, and he actually comes in, he grabs the bottle. He goes, NSF? Doc, this stuff's legit. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. I go, okay, cool. Well, NSF means that they check it for herbicides and pesticides, mold, mildew, bacteria, and even radiation. Yes. You see, what they do in this country, the average produce travels 2,500 miles before it gets to your table. So they have to pick it 2 and 3 weeks early. And when they pick it early like that, you're not getting the nutritional value. That's why, you ever notice how strawberries are green? You know what I mean? The tops or bananas show up green, and you taste them, they do. Well, what they do is they put them in radiation to ripen them. They use ethylene gas to ripen them. Now, think about that for a second. And now even organic foods, they can have a certain amount of herbicides and pesticides in the food. All of our products are checked for those things, and they are not in there. And that's that proven stamp. So when you see NSF, that is a legit product, and you know that as a consumer. And as a dad, after what I've been through, that meant so much to me as a father. So I feel comfortable and confident telling another mother or father that. Guys, I just throw this in here because 98% of chronic disease is preventable just by what you and I put in our mouths. Heart disease, completely preventable. We have studies to show how this literally changes blood pressure and all kinds of other things. Cancer, that again has been shown time and time again with what you put in your mouth can change those codes, guys, and how you express that. You know, chronic low respiratory stress, strokes, that's cardiovascular. I can go on and on and on. Even suicide can be linked to diet. And that is a tangible, but they've shown time and time again when people go into a hospital with anxiety, and I've heard this is testimonial what I'm sharing with you now, but I've heard time and time again where people have been able to talk to their doctors and take themselves with the doctor's permission off of anxiety drugs, depression drugs, all kinds of things like that. Because when you reduce inflammation, when people are getting headaches and brain fog, that's a sign of inflammation. And so when inflammation comes down, this is through fruits and vegetables. So I want you to picture a metaphor here for a second. If you have a grease fire, we're going to do our best to put that out. If we're throwing water on that grease fire, you're going to spread it, right? And that's what happens with what people are doing today and how we're eating and living and stress and everything else. Fruits and vegetables and berries bring that inflammation down. And it's basically like baking soda. And that's exactly what JuicePlus is proven clinically to do, is to reduce inflammation. So that's a huge one. So when you hear words that end in itis or osis, like arthritis, pancreatitis, any of those things, bronchitis, okay, that means inflammation or fire in the body in Latin. Now, what are the products that we have? What I really cherish, honestly, we don't have a ton of products. So it makes it kind of simple for us to share them, okay? As you can see right here, the Duo is what we call this one here in the middle. That's $50 a month. $1, I think 50 a day is what that comes out to be. When you assess this, you're getting 10 different fruits and 10 different veggies. And that also includes a child study. So it doesn't even have to be your kid. It could be a niece, a nephew, a neighbor. You can sponsor a child for free for up to 4 years by doing a Duo, or if you go to the right, the Trio. The Trio is when you add the berries. I want to add one scientific study here. I got to be a little nerdy, okay? But University of Maryland did a study, back in 2003, and they fed somebody. How many of us have ever went through a drive-through to buy McDonald's or whatever, right? Okay. So they fed them an Egg McMuffin and a hash brown. That reduced the blood vessel diameter by 60%. And it took 6 hours to get back to normal. That's why you always feel exhausted after you eat a meal like that and you want to pass out. And so what happened, they did this for 28 days, and JuicePlus does gold standard studies. So they'll literally do things that are double-blind placebo where the doctor or the patient knows what they're getting, so it doesn't affect the outcome. And they didn't change anything in how the people ate, but they gave one group a placebo, they gave one group the duo, which is the red and the green, and they gave the third group the purple, the berries. Here's what they found. At the 28-day mark, the placebo group, when they ate the same hash brown and Egg McMuffin, 60% reduction, and it took 6 hours to get back to normal. Same as before. When the people had the fruit and the veggie, which is the free kids study, they had a 14% reduction, and it took an hour to get back to normal. I get goose pimples this next one though. When they added the berries, that's why they call Viagra the purple pill, because it causes dilation. 3% reduction, 0 lag time. And so that's the problem. Inflammation destroys cholesterol. Cholesterol then deposits in your arteries. So now you've got a restriction, you've got a blockage, and that can lead to heart attacks, strokes, and so on and so forth. So just a little science for you. Now here's the other thing. You can buy also the berries separately, as you can see. That trio costs you $2.50 a day, and it includes a free kid study for 4 years. The quad is what I recommend to all adults. I take this, my wife takes this, my 7-year-old takes this. My little girl actually pops those omegas in her mouth and eats them. And they taste like an orange sickle, like a creamsicle. But the quad, the omegas cost you $1 a day. So basically what JuicePlus has done, that's $3.50 a day for an adult and a child study, guys. I mean, that's basically a coffee going through a drive-through that people do all the time, or a craft beer or whatever. So I'll ask people, hey, when they say things to me, it's all about value. I'm like, where can you ever get broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, rice bran, and kale? That's just one bottle. That's the greens for like $1 something a day. Like you can't even buy a head of broccoli for that. So when you really start to step back and think, the savings there are absolutely amazing. I don't even know how our company does it, to be honest with you. Now they do make chewables, which I have here at the bottom, and they're a little bit more expensive because they're heavier. They are my sweet treat. These things taste like gummy bears. They're amazing. And then you can see the shakes right there that cost you $2.30 a day. Those are about the price, guys, of basically a breakfast sandwich, but they're whole food meal replacement. So instead of going through a drive-through, you got these handy, you can give them to your kids. I do this all the time, and they also make these wonderful bars. So one of the things that I've done is just giving them to people to try, and then they put orders in. It's so comical. So people are looking for healthy solutions. It's just up for us to provide that for them. So this right here is our tower garden. And this unit, man, it is blown up because people can't go to a grocery store, right? And this is amazing. This thing right here takes up about I got one right now. Surprised it hasn't been going off, but it takes up about 3 foot of space. It's vertical out there. Isn't that hilarious? It just started off. So I got my earbuds in, but 95% less water. It also uses no soil, no E. coli, no mess. You don't have to have a green thumb. All you do is add the mineral solution to it. And it's $7 a year in electricity to run one of these things. And you can put like, I don't remember, but I want to say like 30 different like plants in this thing, and they've got a place for herbs. It's amazing. And you can move it outside, and it's all timered, lights and water for that matter as well. So it literally right now with some of the incentives we have and what people can get back with sharing these. And by the way, school systems can get these provided for free with grant money too, guys. So there's some really wonderful benefits out there with this system. So, and you can get it, this unit right here pictured without the lights for as much as like $52 a month. Over a year, they finance it. So when I did the math, it would pay itself off in the amount of salads that we eat because it has a 30% higher yield, and it's 95% absorption rate. You're picking all your grocery or all your produce when they're ripe, and it tastes phenomenal. But we eat salads out of this thing every single night. In about 4 to 5 months, it'll pay for itself due to how much you eat. So this right here, I want to go over with you our product volume and what things cost and like how you're paid. But as you can see here, this top left corner, the fruits, the veggies, and the berry, the product volume of that is $300, or that's the product volume and also the price. So you're paid 10% of that as you start this company with us. And then as you move up the chain, you can make anywhere from $30 an order, or you can go all the way to 75. So I always like to show people what they can truly earn with this. And over time, that right there, that becomes the smallest part of your check. Okay. And I can tell you that honestly now in my case. And it just shows you, it goes through all this. I'm not going to bore you guys with these details. Over here, this is the tower garden and how you're paid on that. So if someone right now put in an order for a tower garden, the home one, that small one I showed you, they're getting $167 back if you become a partner. And your payments, like, as you can see, right, your installment payment is $55.83 a month. So that basically pays for the first 3 months. So if you share another couple of these and sell those, you just paid for your tower garden. So it's really an amazing, savings right now. And then this down here shows you what you get paid at each level. Now, let's start off here. And let's say that this makes sense to you and you're in the business, or you join us, or you're wanting to become part of our company. Once you sign up to become a partner, and you're now what we call a partner, your first goal is you're going to know people that this is going to make sense to. How many parents out there, me included, always worry about what their kids eat? See, people don't vary in nature. We vary in behavior, but not nature. We all want the same stuff. It's just how we package it and help people understand it. Does that make sense? So if this makes sense to you and you put a quad order in, that's 420 points in volume. If you get 2 more of those, you're over that first 1,000 points in the first 30 days, and you get a $50 bonus check and a free JuicePlus live ticket. But you also are going to start earning 5% commission on orders moving forward. Okay, so that's an extra 15 bucks on a trio. This month, when you join, if you were able to get to the second level down here, it's qualifying sales coordinator in 30 days, instead of making a $300 bonus check, you're going to make a $400 bonus check. Okay, and they're allowing you to come on board and bring on a partner, and that partner can bring on a partner. And you can keep doing that until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow. But you can only bring on one partner yourself. But if this makes sense to you and you get on the phone with people and explain this, will help you, they get to sign up for the business for free as well. So you can build a team, a downline really quickly, and we can explain this to you. I never understood this stuff till about a year ago, to be honest with you. But when you hit qualifying sales coordinator, you need 4,000 points in your organization, and you can team build at this point. So your partner's volume counts towards yours, and you need 4,000 points in that team with one distributor, and now you're going to earn 10% commission on future volume. So that means instead of getting $30 on your trio, you're now going to make 60. Now the third level, is what we call sales coordinator. This is where basically you're going to need to get 2 of the one before in the qualifying sales coordinators, and you're going to need 1 partner plus above. They give you 6 months to do this. And in doing this, now you make $75 for a trio, but you can also pick up what we call POB and PB. And this is a little detailed for people just starting off, but I'll try to keep it simple here. When you hit what we call PB, when you qualify your business, let's say, Amanda, in your case, you bring somebody on and you're qualified, and let's say that person just goes berserk, like they're on fire. They have a life-altering experience like I did, and they just go crazy with it. Let's just say they built $1 million in volume per month that they have in their organization. It's just qualifying sales coordinator, you could earn 3% of that $1 million in volume off just one line. Now, when you go into sales coordinator, the next step up, now you can earn another 3% on top of that. So what I love about our company is I am paid to help you guys. This is not corporate America where somebody's trying to stab you in the back because you're making too much noise. My job is to make sure each and every one of you understands exactly what you're doing and how to serve others. It's all about service. The more we serve, the bigger our check gets by how many we help. And I can honestly tell you now, I've got moms who literally were missing all these events with their kids. They're able to stay home with their kids, guys. And they're taking time out of their work and doing things that they love on their own time and schedule. And the same thing with dads. It's just, this can give you things that I just never realized. John Paul Getty said it best. Getty Images, every time you watch a TV show, he said, I'd rather have 1% of thousands of people's efforts than 100% of my own. I want you to think about that. And so the other step next, what Dr. Jason just hit, was qualifying senior sales coordinator. This is where you start to pick up a company bonus called BIB, where they literally give you a certain amount of money per month based upon your volume that you can spend however you choose, whether it's traveling, doing seminars, self-improvement, whatever you choose to do. And there's no receipts included in that, okay? So up to $750 a month can be earned in that. The next one is what we call qualifying or senior sales coordinator here. As you can see, $1,000 a month is what you can earn, and also in your BIB. And I forgot to even tell you guys, Dr. Jason just earned a $1,000 check for hitting, okay, this right here at qualifying senior sales coordinator. And I think I get $300 for helping him. Once he goes to senior sales coordinator, he's going to get a $2,500 bonus check, and he can start to earn $1,000 a month, okay, in BIB, that business incentive bonus as well. Now, when you get to the next level, qualifying national marketing director, you can actually start to get medical benefits, such as dental and vision and telemedicine. They also provide college tuition reimbursement, and up to $1,500 in BIB you can earn a month, and it's a $5,000 bonus. Now, when you go to national marketing director, which I just reached at the beginning of the year, thanks to all you guys, you get a $10,000 bonus check, full medical benefits. I think I'm paying like 130 or 40 bucks a month. I haven't even paid attention. For me, my wife, and my daughter, it's 80-20 coverage for the first $2,000 out of pocket, and then it's 100% coverage. That includes chiropractic care. It includes term disability, term and also disability insurance, excuse me, up to $1,750 per person for college tuition reimbursement per year. And we have full medical. We're the only network marketing company that offers full medical benefits, guys. And $3,000 a month in BIB you can also earn. Now, the next step, these are just layers on the cake. So basically, there's no more benefits other than bonus money. And you can see the bonus money below. International marketing director, $15,000 bonus. They just added this year. They added like another 90-something thousand dollars in bonus money, guys. When you go to executive marketing director, $20,000. $25,000, as you can see here, for presidential marketing director, and presidential marketing director plus $30,000 bonus check. Now, guys, why should you join our mission? Well, for one, I can tell you it's the most researched product on the planet. I have been to corporate headquarters. I watch people, I'm Christian. In the Bible, Jesus said, know them by their fruits. It means know them by their results, their actions. And when I was there, it was 95 degrees in the summer, and we went to the shipping area. And there were 63 people that worked there. And the average work history was 19 years in 95-degree weather in the summer. And they were ecstatic. They love that product like I love this product, and many of you have been on it. And that really spoke volumes to me, to be honest with you. But we have a medical benefit package. It's 8,000 health professionals recommend JuicePlus around the world. We're in 28 countries. We're a 50-year company total. JuicePlus is 27 of that, and we're completely debt-free. And right now, the $52 startup fee for a single partner brought in under each of us is completely waived. So it's just a wonderful company with a wonderful track record. The seminars are amazing. We provide self-improvement, all kinds of stuff. I forgot to even tell you year-end bonuses. I got a $1,000 bonus for Christmas this year, just because. I mean, when's the last time you guys ever got promotions basically in corporate America? You know what I mean? So, and the wonderful thing about this, you can do our business anywhere in the world you want, and all you need is a cell phone with a connection. I mean, you literally can do it anywhere in the world, and we have the systems to help you do it. So what I want to do now is just take a moment and let you know, today and tomorrow, we have this wonderful, amazing opportunity where a person can come and join our business for free. What does that include? They're going to get a starter welcome package. They're going to get what we call our front office and back office. Basically, you're going to get all of that in a box, and you can use right on your cell phone to place orders, track your business, all of those things. And another thing I didn't even mention, when you have a home-based business, guys, I really want you to think about this. I have found access to a tax strategist, a lady that does Tony Robbins taxes, and Eric Worre. If you know who Eric Worre is, he's literally, the guy earns $1 million a day teaching network marketers around the world. And people that own a home-based business, if you're working, just in America for a corporation, you're going to be W-2'd or W-4'd, I think it is. So you're literally paying up to 40% in taxes. You're getting hammered. Well, when you have a home-based business, this is a whole different ballgame. And this person can actually find like a 40 to 80%. She can find like $4,000 to $8,000 in taxes in savings for people, which is huge right now. So some of the advantages here we have, guys, you're looking at things like that. You're talking about people can work from home. They've got an opportunity to build something in their spare time. We also here teach a 5-hour work week. I understand people have lives. Most of you work a job 9 to 5 or whatever it may be. What I'm asking you to do is I want you to think of this as a business. It's very simple to do, but it's very simple not to do. So you need to create pockets and windows in your day. So we teach a strategy on Saturdays, how to reach out to people, okay, through texting. And then that way we get a conversation going, and we try to schedule a call throughout the week. Now you're going to know your times. Amanda, you and I spoke about this earlier, right? So hey, you need husband time. I get that. You need little guy time, right? You need your time too. As parents, we forget that, right? So you need to schedule a time each day that this is a JuicePlus time, okay? 15, 30-minute call. Maybe do a couple of those a day. Tuesday nights, we do this call for an hour. We do trainings. And that's basically what we teach. Now, if you want to put more in, do that. The more you put in, the faster you grow. It's cause and effect. And our team does what we do. They watch the leaders. Your child does what you do. And it's the same thing with me. If I'm not on this call, well, guess what my team's going to do? So, and you can see how this thing has grown, who started with us already in just the last probably month. I bet we've got 4 to 5 times the people on here now, so it just keeps growing. But I just want to welcome you guys, people that are new. We're going to step off here in a second. We're going to take some questions for you guys, answer any questions that you may have, help you get a focus, get started. Misty worked her butt off, by the way, and did this wonderful fast start email. We have links because we know this can be overwhelming. And we started this, and I didn't know what I was doing a year and a half ago. I mean, Jason and Misty just trusted me because I knew I'm like, hey, this thing's amazing. Just take it. And they trusted me. And now a lot of you guys are here because of that. And we had no idea what we were doing. And now we totally have a system to help you guys be successful as quickly as possible. And this is something that can be life altering. It's changed my life. I've watched it change many others. And we just had wonderful leadership above and below. And it's just totally a blessing. And I'll quit talking now, but I wanted to end that slideshow with you and bring this back. And I'm gonna stop this share and open this sucker up to any questions that anybody may have. And anybody have any questions for me about anything?
No.
Hey, please, it's okay. There's no dumb questions. Honestly. It makes me better at what I do. Hey, Leslie, what's up, beautiful?
Hey.
Hello. I never met you, Mr. Knapp, right?
Yep.
You guys are in Chapel Hill, right?
Burlington.
Yeah, dude. I used to go down there to basketball camp all the time, man. Absolutely. Burlington Coat Factories, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
They offered me, because I knew all the coaches, to walk on at UNC. No lie, basketball.
Oh,
Dang.
wow.
I had good grades. I was not that caliber athlete, but I would have been a guy that might have played a minute and a half my senior year, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love that area of the country. Beautiful.
oh, it's great down here.
It
We love
is.
Does anybody have questions? Harper, do you have a question? Are you sure? You're going to know how to run this business. She's going to be teaching us. It's like her and my little girl all the time on the calls. You know what I mean? Sarah, did you have any questions? Miss Stiles?
No, not right now. Amanda and I talked a little bit about it earlier, so she answered most of them for me. I just wanted to listen in and see what you guys had to say.
Awesome.
So thank you.
Leslie, did you have any questions? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Sarah.
You have questions?
it. Get in and try it. I said, well, get in on it. You want to try the product?
Yeah, it's like trying the product so that we know what we're doing. What are the steps at?
Oh yeah, what we do, Leslie, what I would tell you to do, and the cool thing is you can sign up directly under me. So basically you're gonna get your product that we would call wholesale. And you get the product, it takes, they say a week, but it doesn't. They're really quick. It's direct ship right to your door. And they keep everything in controlled climate environment. It's food. And so they ship directly to you and you just start taking the product. I mean, it's literally, it's in capsules or gummies. I always recommend the capsules, guys. And there's a reason behind that. The capsules have more active enzymes in them because when they process the gummies, there is some sugar added back, how they juice them to make it. So you do get more sugar in that, and they taste phenomenal though. Okay, but if you can do capsules, some people don't like them, but I'll tell them to open them up, pour it in juice or shake or whatever, you know, and make it that way. But it's been, I put my mom on this before I told anybody about this, guys. And she had diverticulosis for like the months, and she was having hip pain and all this stuff. And I put her on it, and like in a day or two, her hip pain was gone, and she wasn't napping anymore. I was thinking, well, she's 72, she's got to be tired. So, and then her diverticulosis went away, and that's when I was like, I went bonkers with this thing, and just started sharing with everybody. And I can give you testimonial, but I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, Jason, I called you up. I had shoulder issues. You had shoulder issues. I used to have digestive issues really bad. Not you guys want to hear all about that, but I mean, literally, it was like in days, I'm like, wow, like I was totally regular again. You know what I mean? Like it was just wild. My shoulder pain was gone, but.
Well, that's like how, you know, as long as we're staying busy, we're not as sore. When we wake up in the morning, it's like, I mean, we're not old people. Like we shouldn't feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's something that this is going to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Everybody on here who's taking this product will tell you that, Leslie.
Okay.
I mean, every story's different. Okay. But like, I can honestly tell you my sleep, I don't require near the sleep. I sleep sounder. My intestinal health, crazy difference. Lost tons of weight. It's not a weight loss product. Please don't, I'm not trying to say that. But when you bring inflammation down, you start losing weight.
Yeah.
Your body starts burning body fat. And I mean, I just, my joint pain across my body is like gone. I feel better at 42 than I did at 32. Seriously. Like my mom's on here. She can tell you, I mean, how she feels. I mean, like what, Mom, how much did your cholesterol drop in a year?
My cholesterol dropped 100 points.
In a
and
year?
I had been trying for years to get it to go down. And I walked and everything, and I couldn't get it to go down. And like Kenny says, I mean, I'll stay up till 11 o'clock and go to bed and wake up the next morning at 5 o'clock.
My dad is my hardest critic, guys. When I told my dad about this, he fought me. It was so fun. My mom bought it for him. Didn't even tell him what it cost. No lie. So he would get allergies so bad every year. And I'm talking like allergy shots. Yeah, that's an immune system imbalance, Leslie. Well, my dad started taking this. He hasn't had a shot, anything. He would get sick probably, what do you think, Mom, a week out of every month from basically October to March?
Yeah.
I mean, and he was like, well, we'll see how this works because I'm going to Florida. He goes, Kenny, he would tell you, my mom, he would say, you would eat a crap sandwich if Kenny told you to. That's what my dad would say. Okay, guys. So,
oh, absolutely.
You know, but he went down there and he's like, I didn't get sick. Huh. And then like, I do all these videos and my dad commented on a video and I about fell out of the floor. I swear to you, I got down on my hands and knees and prayed to God. He was like, I haven't had an allergy. I haven't had this since I started taking this. Thank you, son, for telling me about it. So,
and it does, it boosts your
awesome.
immune system because my grandson came over last year and this year and he had the flu. And of course we were hugging and kissing on him and everything and neither one of us got the flu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but it's food. It's what we all should be eating.
Right.
We're not eating enough. And I mean, I tell people, you can keep it simple. You don't have to know the science, guys. If we eat more fruits and vegetables, do we tend to be healthier or sicker? You know what I mean? And the first thing a doctor tells you to do is eat more fruits and vegetables, drink more water, and exercise, and you'll be healthier.
Yeah.
And what I found is if you feel better, you exercise more. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's just, you know, energy and all those things. You know what I mean? Does anybody else have? Sarah, I haven't met you. I'm sorry. You guys up top. I don't think I met you guys, have I?
This
Yeah,
is
we're
my niece's,
Dr.
Dr.
Bailey's.
Kenny.
Oh, cool. Hello. Sorry, guys.
And then we have our
Welcome in.
mom over here.
I got all
Hi.
kinds of people on this call. Hello. Do you guys have
We
any
need to have
questions for
room on
me?
the couch still.
My
I'll
sister,
talk all night.
yeah, my sister who's down there in the bottom corner, she just started as a business rep with us, and the nieces are
Awesome.
both considering joining on. So
Yeah.
I think you just answered the majority of questions they could have had. I'm articulate, but man, I think you just hit every nail on the head, or head of the nail right there.
I talk in my sleep. Ask my wife. God bless her. So
I do too. They can tell you that too.
I'm glad to have you on here, Doc. This is, guys, I mean, I want you to think a second, right? Look at the people out there that are suffering, that are scared to death, that don't have anything. Even if all you did was get on this call every week and do anything with a business, just being around people like this, I want you to think about that. That's what this is. Like when I went to conference, if you really want to get serious, okay, and you really want to take this to the next level, if you talk, I'm not kidding you, numbers don't lie. If you talk to 3 people a day and you work on this, and I can show you the books to read and how to educate yourself, okay, you literally in 3 to 4 years can be earning 6 figures doing this. In your home, when you want, wherever you want. They're trying to put us in our homes, and all you got to do is work from this, guys. And we go to conference twice a year, okay? And it is life-changing. Misty and Jason have been there. My mom's not been there yet, but Monica, you've been there. Laura, you've been there. I'm telling you, when you get around 12,000 people that are like us, and all they want to do is see you succeed. My wife said something that really hit me hard. And the other day when Monica and you were together, Monica, and when you did Pajama Regional, and my wife goes, it's just a bunch of women who want to be successful and want to support each other.
No.
And I never realized that doesn't really occur a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and I don't know, I've always hung around people that were going to help me, and I always tried to help them. And Leslie, you know, that even high school, you know, I mean, I was friends with everybody. Like, it didn't matter. I've always been like that, but like, I don't see that all the time, you know, and now in this, when we're all caged in, you know, and to have a community like this, it literally, it warms my heart. I mean, it just keeps growing and getting better and getting better. And, you know, from people like you guys and Misty and Jason, did I miss anything that you guys want to add or need to add? I mean, about anything? We need to get that fast start email out to everybody too, Misty. So if you,
It is.
for sure.
I posted it on Facebook today on the Team Prosperity page. So
Awesome.
Go to the page and find that there. It's a great quick start email for all of our new team members. If you didn't see it before, go look at it and then look through it yourself. Watch all the videos and go through it so you're familiar with it as well. If you're an existing partner. I also wanted to mention next week, JuicePlus typically does a live conference, like Dr. Kenny said, twice a year. And because of what's going on right now, they had to cancel the spring one. So it's going to be live next week for anybody who's a partner. Did you say that? I missed it.
No, I did not. Thank you.
Okay.
And I think it's free. Is it free or are they charging?
I think it's free from what I'm understanding. So it's free.
Uh-huh.
And you're talking, guys, you're talking geniuses. I mean, I'm talking people like Richard Du Bois. I think he's speaking, but this guy was head of infectious disease in Atlanta, okay, in Georgia. And he was talking about when he watched HIV/AIDS patients back in the 60s and 70s, the only ones that lived were the ones with the best nutrition. And he was like, that's what led me to JuicePlus. And this guy he's about 80 probably now. Dr. Bill Sears, America's pediatrician. He's wrote 48 books. This is the only product he's ever recommended because it's food. It's not a vitamin, it's food. It has a flip top, not a locking lid mechanism, okay? So it is completely safe. We have more pregnancy studies than multivitamins and prenatal vitamins, guys. Like there's cancer studies, cardiovascular, I mean, dental and skin studies. Like, you know what I tell people now? I got to add this, but when people ask me what I do, I tell them I help them secure their family's financial well-being, protect their health, and stay young. Our product's clinically proven to increase skin circulation by 39%. Did you hear that? Like I can tell you honestly, changes in my complexion since I started this. I don't get pasty in the winter. I hear people all the time, my fingernails are growing, my hair's growing. How many of you guys have noticed? Misty, I know you said that. I mean, that's what I always hear people hear me say now. They hear me say, I get to stay looking younger. Like they don't care about anything else.
Yeah, that happens. Jason noticed he doesn't get fried. He used to get completely fried in the sun, and now he does not. It's crazy.
I was the same way, honestly, God.
Hey there,
It's comical.
I just want to shout out, I have a new partner in here, I believe. She's not
Who is it?
pictured, but I think my friend Leanne is in here. She just
Is it
signed on
LG3?
today.
LG Stylo 3, hello, beautiful.
Welcome, Leanne. Excited to have you.
Is she not even to talk? She's like, no, he's going to start talking to me, won't shut up.
Tina, it's great to see you on here tonight, too. Nice to see you again.
This is so fun. Does anybody else have questions about anything, guys?
I have a quick question, Doc. You have this recording, and
Mhm.
I have someone that I would love to have them listen to this. I chatted with her a little bit about the business earlier, and she had a lot of questions and a lot of concerns, and just wanted to know a lot about the business. And I think a lot of those questions can be answered just from listening to that short little explanation you gave. So is there anywhere I can get my hands on this to send it to them?
Yeah, what I'll do as soon as I get off, Jared, I'll literally, I've got this recorded, so I'll keep it. I'll somehow create a YouTube link, and then we can send it over to them. Because if I do a YouTube link, it's much easier. It's hard to send a big file, but I'll put this on YouTube, and if I don't get it tonight, it'll be tomorrow for sure, I promise. And I'll post it like on Team Prosperity.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Dr. Kelly as well. Dr. Kenny has previous ones like this, so we can get that one to you a little quicker, maybe if you want one that's similar as well. So
I'll get it to him tonight. I think this is probably a better one.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I haven't got a chance to look at any of like the clinical studies yet, but based on what you said, you're looking at a lot of prenatal studies, a lot of pregnancy studies, things like that. I noticed in some of the research that you were showing like decrease in anxiety and depression. Have there been any clinicals on that? Because like being my age group in like the 20 to 25 range, I know that that's something big that I deal with and something big that a lot of people I know and my friends deal with. So I just wondered if there had been any like clinical.
Here, there's a study right now being done on, there's been studies already done on the inflammatory process of it. So when you bring down, that's all inflammation in the brain.
Right.
So I was tying in dots there, okay, with some of that stuff. But there's a study, I don't know if it's been released yet, but it should be this year, done at University of Memphis on gut health. Okay, so when you have gut imbalance, that causes brain imbalance. Those are two completely linked. I don't know if you knew that or not. So it's called leaky gut. Oh yeah, 80% of your immune system lives in your intestines. So if people have ever eaten red meat, dairy, fish, you know, those all have gluten and other things in them and hormones. It creates spaces or gaps in your intestinal tract. And the reason you have so much immune tissue around that is because it's a gateway inside your body. So it literally seeps into your bloodstream and creates cytokine markers that go back into your brain. And I can go through all the science with you, but it literally, when it crosses the blood-brain barrier, you hit these microglial cells, and those are your immune cells in your brain, and they fire off and they attack your hippocampus. Your hippocampus is your long-term memory.
Right.
So now they know medically, the bigger our waistline is, the smaller the hippocampus, the smaller our memory is.
Wow.
So what that will do is now it affects the pituitary and hypothalamic class, and then you can't break down glucose,
Right.
which is in the adrenal. And so it just creates this whole spin cycle, and it keeps creating more inflammation.
Right.
And it just keeps going and going and going. And so they've even studied and shown how, like when these little boys took it at Nemours Hospital for insulin resistance, after 6 months, it reduced their belly fat on top of that, and also became insulin sensitive because beta carotene, as it goes up, which is found in carrots, as it goes up, your insulin resistance goes down. And so your body and your hormones start to rebalance. When your hormones rebalance, so does your gut health. And as your inflammation comes down, so does your gut health. It's all about repropagating it. So the research that I was quoting, they did, and I don't remember exactly what study it was, but they looked at people who had high anxiety, went to the emergency room, and they measured their bloodstream for B vitamins, which come from all your green leafy vegetables. And when they didn't have enough of that, they would be high stressed. And so that would reduce the amount of tryptophan, which then turned into serotonin.
Gotcha.
Serotonin will affect the brain. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I've had 122 people I've kept track of who've gotten off antidepressants that I know of in a year and a half of doing this. And I've had people all the time tell me if they're not on drugs, I have less stress. And I can personally tell you my anxiety is way less than what it used to be.
Right.
Hey Doc, I also, you shared some of the research about postpartum depression with Dr. Jason from the Omegas. And when he was just sharing what you said to him, and just that repeat of information to me blew my mind, what these products can do for postpartum depression and pregnancy. I just thought that was phenomenal. So I thought that might be some good research to share with her as well.
Dr. Odom, guys, he did the study at Ole Miss University of Mississippi, and it was like 242 women he had on prenatals, or prenatals, and then JuicePlus, right? At the end of the study, in the JuicePlus group, 0 preeclampsia, 0% gestational diabetes. Every mom, all babies went full term, no NICU, and it was like 12 to 20% across the board in all those other diseases, processes, okay, in the prenatal group. And the groups on JuicePlus, 2 to 3-fold larger umbilical cords. It's food. That's why they started doing studies also down at UNC Greensboro, where they were looking at multivitamins. And they found that after one study of doing it, multivitamins create inflammation in your system so bad that they never used the multivitamins in the study again. They just compared JuicePlus to placebo groups.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know any of this stuff, guys. I mean, I used to take, supplements because I didn't know. And once I started studying this stuff and really looking at it, and God gave me a brain to kind of make it, I hope, simpler for people to understand. And I give metaphors and things. And I was like, it blew my mind. I mean, absolutely blew my mind. And it's 60,000 Americans go to the emergency room every year due to multivitamins. Like prenatal vitamins, guys, look this up, don't take my word for it. It's like the American Autoimmune or Asthma and Allergy something. It's a big AAAIW or something. It is something to the degree of, I forget how many kids are being born due to folic acid poisoning with allergies and sensitivities, guys, because of the buildups in the system. Folic acid is a man-made B9 vitamin. Folate, that's why we use lemon pill in JuicePlus, because you have higher amounts of folate, which is God-made, okay? And whoever on here drinks or eats the lemon pill, right? Unless you're hammered, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to do that. So they put that in the product to increase folate. Okay, so it's just, I mean, the stuff that our company does is just mind-blowing, the science that they put into this stuff, guys. It truly, it's amazing. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface on what we do. It's truly unbelievable.
You had mentioned something about the bear when you were showing the different
the berries.
Bottles?
Yeah, the bottles
Okay.
there and stuff, and
Yeah.
the berry. We're saying something. What is the significance of the berry?
Well, the berries have what they call anthocyanin. So basically what they know, Leslie, is what we tend to do as people. You may eat, like, let's say a bowl of kale tonight or something like that, right? So you'll eat a lot of one thing, okay? What medical research now knows is they call it synergy of food. So when you're eating, it's not how much you eat of one thing, it's a little bit of everything. And what the berries do, they're loaded in what am I trying to say? I'm getting reverberation or echo. You see
Yeah.
that? Sorry. But the berries basically are loaded in antioxidants for your immune system. And then they open up your blood vessels. So when
Okay.
you reduce inflammation in the body, your blood vessels can make what they call nitric oxide. nitric oxide opens up the blood vessels.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's basically, a lot of bodybuilders know about this. That's how you get the pump. And that's why I've had a lot of men who honestly had ED, erectile dysfunction, and that goes away a lot of times. I'll have men come in and go, Doc. And I know as soon as they kind of look at me, I'm like, they're like, yeah. Because, I mean, as a man, you really don't want to say that, right? You know what I mean? But they're like, well, I didn't expect that, but this changed. Can that be because of this? I'm like, yeah. Then you start getting Christmas cards, right, from the wife. Got to make sure you guys are still awake on here, man. I'm a little ornery, so there's some truth in that, though. I promise you, I'm not. That's true.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Any other questions, guys? No. And then Leslie, what I can do if you want to get started when we get done, I'll just hop on a call with you. It doesn't take but a few minutes, and then
Okay.
I can show you how to place orders, all those kind of things, whatever you guys would like to do at that point. And then when this makes sense, guys, here's the one thing I want to leave with. When this makes sense to you guys and you've added partners today, that partner you can keep adding all the way down the chain until 11:59 tomorrow p.m. So each partner comes on, can bring a partner, can bring a partner, can bring a partner until 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night.
Sure.
So have fun with that, change some lives. Sure, there's no more questions? Miss Bailey, you didn't say a word.
Nope, I'm pretty quiet.
Awesome. So Jared did not get that. I'm assuming you're Jared's mom, correct?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Okay. I thought so. I was like, so he got all the talking genes and you didn't then, right?
I get them from her. She just wants to listen first, and then she'll know what to say, what to talk about.
There you go.
So you got to
Tina,
turn this thing off right now.
Tina, did you think any questions for me or?
No, not. You did a really good job.
Thank you. Anything else and I'll hop off? No? Guys, thank you so much for your time. I'll get this thing recorded and get this on our page. You guys can share it away, okay?
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.